You're supposed to be dead. Note, in the demo version of the final chapter, you will not be able to save if you continue from here. Let's go. Monster Lord Alphys the 15th and the 3 Lilith sisters. I'm amazed you made it this far, Hero Luca and Goddess Ilias. I knew this group would make it this far. It's the power we need to save the world. What a world of nonsense! Oh, Monster Lord, what are your intentions? I think you already know, even without asking me directly. It's all in accordance with the Dark God's plan to unite all worlds. That is the only hope left in the world. Therefore, I am willing to be a butcher. I will not let such a plan to kill all the people of this world and unite their souls. I will not allow it! Goddess Ilias, I suppose you wouldn't. But what about Luca? What does Luca the hero think? We are not committing genocide by choice. You already know that from our history. I don't know, you all seem pretty eager to do it. We really need your help. Please join us and save the world. Luca, you are destined for great things. Thus, the world. Hero Luca, do not be tempted by the monsters. You, minions of the Dark God, don't try to talk your way out of it. Now is the time for the great choice. The hero Luca will follow the path guided by the goddess and fate. 3 fierce angels appear, 3 seraphim appear. Thus, the 3 from the monster world and the heavenly realm stare each other down. There you are. You're so desperate to secure the hero, you're one to talk. We were expecting the Goss world to interfere. We'll eliminate you here and now. The situation is exactly as expected. Lilith and Eden were about to move at the same time. That game can wait for now. An unexpected voice took control of the situation. The great powers who were facing each other stopped their movements under the pressure of the unexpected voice. Saja, now is the time for Luca, the destroyer of worlds, to make his choice. A trivial clamor will not be appropriate. Saja! How nice of the 2nd generation to visit us. Forgive my rudeness. 2nd generation? Does that mean that Saja was the 2nd Monster Lord? I don't think so. Because she should have been sealed away as well. Don't worry about it. This isn't my real body. What can a vision possibly do? We can just continue like this and defeat the 3 Lilith sisters to death and then... Wait, cutthroats. The time of the solemn decision should not be stained with blood. Seraphim, just for now, keep yourselves in check. Raphaela-sama, I didn't expect you would come yourself. No. Like the 6 ancestors, this is just a projection. Anyway, we should not fight for now. I agree, even though I find the very thought abhorrent. Let's call a truce until Luca makes a decision. Yeah, until Luca makes up his mind. Until then, there can be no conflict in this place. Saja and Raphael settled the scene, and all eyes were on me alone. Now, Luca, now's the time to make the great decision. Will you follow the Dark God Alphys and reunite the worlds? Shall you proceed with the art project under the guidance of Goddess Ilias? At last, the time has come. I cannot make such an important decision alone. It is only with the help of my friends I have come this far. Therefore, we must consult with our friends. Can you give me some time, please? I need to discuss with my companions. Alright, we'll wait. After an hour, we shall ask again for your decision. Until then, we will not allow blood to flow in this place. Do you understand, interlopers? This is... I see. This is also under the guidance of Ilias. I have no objection to a temporary truce here either. Luca, I hope you will make a wise decision. I'll be waiting for you, Hero Luca. After an hour, you may come back here again. You are given time to think, to look ahead to the time of decision. I must make up my mind in the next hour whether I will join the Dark God or the Goddess. The great decision. Oh, so it's really happening, huh? We got the members of the Dark Team. Wait, Protestant's in there. We got the members of the Holy Team. Alright. Where to start? We'll start with the four spirits, since they'll literally be in me whether I go, which way, no matter which way I go. I'm in a lot of trouble. I'm not too smart, so I don't understand anything difficult. No matter which way Luca chooses, I will follow. I'll always be with you. Sylph seems to trust me. Whichever choice I make, she will follow. Gnome seems concerned about me. Though silent, I can feel her feelings. The plan of salvation advanced by the Dark God and the Goddess respectively. Both of them have their problems, that's true. In the end, there's only bad choices. The world is a difficult place. What are you talking about? Don't say things that will lead Luca astray. Wherever the world may bring you, you must follow the path you believe in. Single-brain-celled lizards are nice and simple-minded. What was that? What? The mood on both sides is testy. Still, I can sense their trust in me. It's your life, it's your choice. Go your own way without hesitation. Single-brain-celled lizard. It's not the kind of problem you can get over with such a hot temper. What was that? What was what? The mood on both sides is testy. Still, I can sense their trust in me. Hild doesn't understand difficult things. You have to decide who to attack, Master. Whoever the opponent is, Hild will fight with Master, because that's what Hild was created for. Cute? Cute, cute! I've discussed this with our friends who are weighing in the Monster Lord's castle. They agreed to follow Luca, whatever he may choose. We all got together because we were attracted to Luca, right? That's why I'm going to stay with you until the end. Alright, so everyone else in the Pocket Castle goes with Luca regardless. To choose between an evil god or a goddess. It's a heavy choice, ain't it? Well, personally, I prefer the world of the Dark God. I'm not going to end up in a heaven built by a goddess anyway. Lazarus, can you hear my voice? The companions of the hero who follow the goddess will go to heaven unconditionally. Really? That's great! Luca, let's side with the goddess! What are you saying, Uncle? Hey, man's out for himself. What can we say? Why are all the people from the angel camp gathering in my room? Anyway, have you made up your mind, Luca? Do you side with the dark god or with the goddess? I'm not on the evil god's side or the goddess's side. I'm on your side, Luca. Whichever side you choose, I will not leave you. I'm not concerned myself with difficult decisions. I don't want to have anything to do with the discussion. I'm sorry you're going through such a difficult time, Luca. I can only imagine the heartache you must be going through to face such a great decision. In my time, just before I was about to go to the Monster Lord's castle, in fact, I too was faced with a big decision. What happened as a result of my decision, I've seen it myself at the Sealed Sinner's prison. Regardless, you too get to make a decision without regret. For the sake of what you believe in, even if it means turning your sword against a goddess. Heinrich is a hero who follows Ilias. If I side with the Dark One, Heinrich will be removed from the party, and he will not be able to be part of the group. Of course. At all times, I am with the goddess Ilias. You should be as well, O brave hero Luca. Do not listen to the servants of the Dark God. If you follow Ilias's guidance, you will not make any mistakes. If you give in to the Dark God, you are an enemy to God. But I am sure you will not make such a foolish choice, my friend. Eden is a faithful servant of Ilias. If you side with the Dark God, Eden will be removed from their ranks. Finally, we've come this far. Looking back, it has been a long journey indeed. This arduous road has been made possible only because of your support. You deserve praise for your meritorious work to this point. Naturally, you will continue to follow me naturally, right? Don't tell me that your heart is swayed by the Dark God's solicitation. The world unification plan advanced by the Dark God, needless to say, it is very bloody and abominable. Also, the world the Dark God controls, you can also see how dangerous it is, right? I mean, we got to see at least a glimpse of the heaven world. We never got to see the Dark God's world, not even just to take a look. I mean, if fair's fair, we should see the other one. The only way to save the world is the Ark Project. We must save the good, even if only a few. You understand, Luca? From now on, you will obey me. I will not allow you to run to the side of the Monster Lord again. I will never allow such a thing. Ilias, the goddess and the Dark God are completely incompatible. If you side with the Dark God, Ilias will leave your group. You're going to fight against the evil god with Ilias, aren't you? You're not going to side with the Dark God, are you? Michaela and Lucifina are on Ilias' side. If you side with the Dark God, these two will be removed from your party. Luca, let's defeat the evil god together! The Dark Gods are enemies of Master Ilias! Yep, same thing. In order to carry out the Dark God's plan to unite the world, I have taken Kanai's cells into my own body. If you side with the Dark God, you are one of us. If you side with the goddess, you are an enemy. That's all there is to it. Arabetti shows a firm resolve, but I can sense a somewhat wavering resolve. The Monster Lord's castle is very spacious, but I seem a little bit out of place. That's not true, Sago. After all, you followed me this far. From now on, you will continue to be my confidant. I'll have you work for me a lot. Yay! Will you make me one of the 4 heavenly knights, too? That's... well, I'll think about it. It's been a lot of work to get to this point. It's been so hard that I feel like I'm going to grow a few more tails. This has been good training for you, hasn't it, Mofuyu? You have become very dependable by following the Monster Lord. Forget 3 or 4 tails. I think you may grow up to be a 7 or 8 tails. I'm going to hand over the role of the Monster Lord's assistants to you once I retire. Tamamo-sama praised me. I was once separated from the previous Monster Lord when Alpheus the 15th returned. The unification plan. I knew it was the only way to save the world, but I just couldn't bring myself to go through with it. By the end, I came back to the Monster Lord. As long as the Monster Lord is prepared, I will stand by them. And the Ilias' art project is outrageous. It is unacceptable to self-righteously save a few people. What will you do? Will you choose the side of the Dark God, or will you join Ilias? I hope you will lend me your strength as well. Together with us, let us save the world under the Dark God. Huh? How'd you get here? White Rabbit dragged me around parallel worlds, and to top it off, I was brought to the Monster Lord's castle. If you're asking me, you have a big decision to make. And the world is about to change in a big way. I, of course, will join the Dark God, and I will fight against the Ilias faction. You have traveled with Ilias up to this point, but why don't you reconsider here? The self-righteous way of Ilias will always lead to corruption. The Art Project to save only the chosen ones is a prime example. Luca, it's not too late. Join the side of the Dark God. Together you and I will save the world. Alice is, of course, on the side of the Dark God. If we choose the side with the Dark God, Alice will join our ranks. The Goddess or the Dark God, I'll be fighting for the one you choose and against the one you don't choose. I'm not really interested in politics. I'll follow your choice. Really, I want to be on the side of those who gives us more money for research. No, forget I said it. Of course. Huh? As I recall, in a parallel world in the past, how'd you get here? I met the Alice of this world following the guidance of White Rabbit. I'm so lucky to have been invited to such an interesting party. I hear that you are at the crossroads of a great choice. If you choose the side of the Dark God, we will fight together. But if you choose the side of the Goddess, you and I are enemies. That could be interesting. It seems that Alice Tromeria intends to side with the Dark God. If we side with the Dark God, Alice Tromeria will join us. So in our words, if we choose the Dark God, we'll gain Alice and Alice Tromeria, and three of the four Heavenly Knights. If we choose the Goddess, we will get to keep Ilias, Heinrich, Eden, Lucifina Chan, and Michaela Chan. So that's actually pretty even-sided. It's 5 exclusive ones, regardless of your choice, at least initially. Although, to be fair, we already have Michaela Chan, Lucifina Chan, Eden, Ilias, and Heinrich. We do not currently have the Tamamo, Arabeti, or Grambaria. But, regardless of how things may be, this is the Ilias route I'm playing on. and it shall be Ilias I will be choosing. But if you ask me which side I personally agree with, both sides suck. You need a middle ground. Again, I say, I love the goddess's plan. I love everything about her plan, except her. Well, I love the goddess's world. Her plan kind of sucks because the Dark God's plan saves more. But having a completely unregulated world just seems like a nightmare. Seems like it'd be rife with misinformation, corruption, and it'd just be a win more system. I already kind of live in that kind of world. I've had enough of it. But the goddess world is just the goddess sucks. She's a bitch. She is not open-minded, and she will control everything about your life. She says she'll give you a life that you'll enjoy, but she won't give you a life that you'll really enjoy. She won't allow you to have anything that breaks whatever she deems as bad, such as any kind of relationship with a monster. Anyway. As Undine said, both sides suck. That's why we're hoping to get the third way eventually. But anyway, can we even talk to you people? Party and job changes. Not like we got anyone that be sticking to one route anyway. Let's see. I can't believe you're being recruited by Ilias and the Dark God. You're seriously awesome! Of course, you're going to join our side, right? Let's fight hard together and beat those demons to death. Alright, Morgan will of course leave our party. Are you really taking the angels' bedtime stories to heart and misunderstanding us? We're not animals, so we don't follow survival of the strongest. The weak are herded together and protect themselves as a group. There is order in freedom. There's no such thing as a strong man running free and going rampant. I think the Society of Angels is much harsher. They divide the people into first class and second class and so on, don't they? Do they? I thought all were treated equal under the goddess. It's just whether you pass or fail, that's it. There is a hierarchy of status in our world, but it's up to you whether you rise or fall. After all, it's just like in your world, isn't it? Monster society and human society aren't all that different. That's why we're doing so well in our world. So, join us now. We're keeping an eye on these three sisters. We will not let any tactless sidestepping come in at the time of the great decision. Hero Luca, from now on, you will be with Ilias-sama. Together with us, we can build an ideal paradise. The three sisters and the Seraphim are staring at each other. A truce is in effect, but the situation is in a state of flux. We have a truce for now. We will not let these angels get away with anything. Rest assured that we will be watching you. We look forward to having you join our ranks. The three sisters, yeah, they're staring at each other. Chaotization progression rate of 101%. There has been an inexplicable decrease since since contact of the third kind of breakout was made at the Ilias temple. Even under the circumstances where we deviate so far from history, the apoptoses have not appeared. The fact that there are unknown factors. From the first time I fought with you guys, I'm sure we could walk the same path. We share the same desire to protect the world. That's why we should work together. You are our hope. I sincerely hope that we can fight together. Luca, have you made up your mind? Have us heavyweights belonging to the Dark God and the Goddess await. Before the time of the great decision, I can think a little more, or I've already made up my mind. I've made up my mind. I know what I'm doing on this playthrough. Yeah, let's go. My mind is already made up. Finally, I'll be able to choose which way to go. You have a good eye. I see determination within it. It seems your mind is finally made up, destroyer of worlds. I see that you have found the way forward. Let us hear from you, child of judgment. Will you join the side of the Dark God and carry out our plan to unite the world? Or will you follow the goddess Ilias and proceed with the Yark project? This decision will be a great turning point. Depending on the choice we make, we will have different objectives in the fight and different opponents. We must answer with our heart. The decision will determine the fate of the world. Oh, we can already choose the third way? Let me make sure that's what that says. I mean, if I have the option, let's explore the third way. I'm sorry, but the choice is of the two. There's no such thing as a third way. That is the only point in which I agree with the Dark God. There is no third way. The Dark God and six ancestors have searched every possible path. The best conclusion that was found is the World Unification Plan. I mean, not to be nitpicky, but aren't you both ignoring one tremendous fact? And that is the enormous TARDIS in this world that leads to the original history? I mean, Chaos Goddess Alice is not going to just sit idly by forever. If you want to fight amongst yourselves before dealing with that, you're making a huge mistake. So I think you're both being short-sighted and dumb. The Ark Project was presented by Ilias with all of her wisdom. No better solution can exist. Are you still looking for a third way? While the world is on the verge of destruction, you want to go down a path that doesn't exist? It's too futile, Hero Luca. Once again, you must reconsider. Explore the third way! Y'all are ignoring the elephant in the room that is Chaos God Alice. You cannot ignore her and fight amongst yourselves. I still will explore the third way. I can't join hands with either the goddess or the dark god. Well, then I will say nothing. That is something you must decide of your own volition. You made a decision that was so futile. I can't do anything else but let it go. Thus, I left the Montessori's castle with my friends. I was determined to go my own way and avoid destruction. Then time passed. Yep, it is. We are not prepared. There is a third way, but we don't have the means to obtain it just yet. Although, what exactly were y'all doing? Did y'all try to go and take down Chaos God Alice? At least get her under control or something? If you don't at least attempt that, I think y'all are being dumb. We have confirmed the disappearance of the continent of Grand Gold. This means that more than 8% of the world has sunk into chaos. No way. In the end, we cannot find a way to prevent the destruction. The beginning of the end comes with time spent in Ilias. Y'all spent it doing nothing? Come on now. Come on now. It's a huge gaping hole leading straight to the original timeline. How are y'all ignoring that? After all, there was no third way. This tower may be the last bastion of humanity. No, it could be the last bastion for all life. Oh no, it's just like that vanished world. No, we will not be defeated. We will gather supplies to the underground level and build research facilities. I'll help too. I can only carry your stuff at best, though. We will never accept that this is the end. No matter what predicament we find ourselves in, we will continue to fight. And then time passed. Sonia. Naruko. How did Naruko die? You're the spirit of chaos! Even in heaven, be good friends. Even if Naruko hadn't put her body on the line and stopped Sonia, but those two, such a... The cemetery also needs expanded. We need more space for burials. But we can't wait to bury everyone. Another apoptosis attack! Let's go. Then time passed. I'm sorry for having you help out. We had another fierce battle last night. Don't worry about it. Finally, the underground laboratory is about to go into operation. I finished setting up the particle accelerator over here. And the standard magnetics, we're good with these numbers, right? Yes, perfect. Why don't you become a full-fledged scientist too, Luca? Since you are Lucifina's son, your brain must be top-notch. I'm sure you'll become a better scholar than I am. Well, I think I'm going to do some serious studying. I think we have plenty of time. We're the only two survivors now, so... Then more time passed. Finally, just before this world disappeared into chaos. Oh, you're all grown up now! At last, it's done. Our last hope. Yeah, it was long. Really a long day. The Master's information has also been completely erased. Now it's as clean as a whistle. I want her to choose. Not by someone else's order, by her own free will. Is this how Hild got sent back to us? Will. That's what this project is all about. Everything is born of will, even God. And this is the will that gives birth to the last hope. Let us begin to weave the will of hope for the possibility of ending this ruin. Okay, I captured the space-time coordinates of Subject X. How well did you remember his actions hundreds of years ago? It's been hundreds of years, huh? It was the day of the first successful experiment in holy magic fusion, albeit on a small scale. I'll never forget. Gate construction in I372367. Okay, that's it. Transfer complete. Processing on Subject X is complete. Then it's time to send the mother. This whole bandwidth will be collectively transferred to the past. Setup complete for that one too. I finished setting up the transfer for mother. Then let's get started. Yep, Hild. Go ahead, Hild. To create a third way, which we could not grasp. All the dreams and hopes of this world. Now, our long battle is over. Okay then, transfer start! My! So that's a time loop for now. Keep sending Hild back into the past over and over and over again until we can find a way to stop this tragedy. I still think they're being dumb. They haven't addressed the giant gaping hole that leads to the original world. What the hell are Nero and Nerys doing? Why didn't Hild activate her time travel abilities this time? But I guess we just don't have all the pieces of the puzzle necessary. Hild being a time machine means that regardless of what choice we make, we can revert back and try again. So, we have no choice but to try again. There's Luca. This world is going to end. This place will be swallowed up by chaos and it will disappear. You and everyone else tried so hard. You fought so hard to avoid the end. Were you happy with the way things ended? No. I don't like it. Yeah? I've seen the world dying so many times. Everyone's hard work, fighting until they're all in shreds. Still, the future cannot be grasped and the world comes to an end. And so it goes again, and again, and again, and again. You've seen it all before, haven't you? You've seen them all trying to hold on to their future, defying despair. You want a future of hope, don't you? You don't want to see anyone end up like this. I don't like it. For once, I'd like to see a future where everyone gets what they deserve. Yeah. That's why I'll guide you, again and again. I will guide you to the best of my ability. To the end of all despair. In order to grasp a bright future in our hands. Come on, let's go, Hero Luca. To the fight, to end the end. Return to the cycle of life and death. Which do you want to return to? From the beginning or from the great choice? We have to do the great choice now, don't we? Go back in time to the great choice. Who would you rather have in your party, Alice or Ilias? Well, we gotta go with Ilias. You will bring Ilias into your party and turn back the clock to the great choice. Are you sure you want to do this? Yes. Oh, that was reconsider. Okay. Wait, no, that's Alice. Come on now. Ilias. Turn back time. Back to the great choice.